Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news in the world of the NFL. Every now and then, a blockbuster trade has the potential to shake up the entire league. And right now, the buzz around Green Bay is centered on a move that could reshape their offensive line and ultimately their playoff aspirations. Rumors swirling around involve the Kansas City Chiefs and their star center, Creed Humphrey, and the Packers appear to be eyeing him as a game-changing addition. If this trade materializes, it could be a turning point for Green Bay, elevating their status from a team fighting for a playoff spot to a true contender in the NFC. Let's dive into the details, because this isn't just any rumor. Creed Humphrey, the 27-year-old top-tier center, has been a cornerstone for Kansas City since he entered the league. His impressive 2025 season, where he started 16 games and played over 0 snaps with 0 sacks allowed, makes him one of the most reliable and dominant linemen in the league. His PFF grade of 91.3 overall, ranking him as the top center in the NFL, speaks volumes about his consistency and skill. Humphrey's ability to excel both in pass protection and run blocking, with a pass block grade of 83.0 and a run block high of 91.5, makes him a perfect fit for teams seeking stability up front. The current situation with the Chiefs is complicated. Kansas City, sitting at a 6-10 record and out of the playoff picture, faces cap constraints, with roughly $48 million in dead cap space projected for 2026. Their roster is focused on rebuilding, especially on the offensive line, which has struggled at times this season. The team is also likely to extend Patrick Mahomes, which will require significant cap space, around $50 million, putting pressure on the front office to cut costs elsewhere. Humphrey's contract, which carries a $14 million cap hit, is a prime candidate for a trade, especially if the Chiefs are looking to accelerate their rebuild and get younger along the offensive line. From the Packers' perspective, they're not only fighting for a playoff spot at 9-5-1, but also trying to solidify their offensive line after losing key players like Jenkins and Kraft to injuries. Adding a player of Humphrey's caliber could be a game-changer. His ability to call out protections, his high football IQ, and his consistency in preventing sacks could significantly boost Green Bay's offensive efficiency. The Packers' offense has been solid, but with Humphrey anchoring the line, they could elevate their game to new heights, especially in the red zone and on third downs, where they've struggled at times this season. The trade discussions are gaining traction, especially after the NFL trade deadline on November 4th, when teams often reevaluate their rosters for the stretch run. The Chiefs are reportedly skeptical about their long-term contender status in the AFC West, especially with their recent struggles and the looming cap issues. Meanwhile, the Packers, who are aiming for a deep playoff run, see Humphrey as a perfect fit to complement their existing offensive line, which has shown flashes of brilliance but needs more consistency. The idea of acquiring a player like Humphrey and pairing him with their current center, Josh Myers, could create a dominant interior line, one that can push their offense to rival the best in the league. Now, let's talk about the potential impacts on Green Bay if this trade happens. Humphrey's presence would be transformative. His ability to improve run-blocking efficiency by around 18% and to reduce sacks allowed by about 15% would give quarterback Jordan Love more time and confidence in the pocket. His leadership and stability could help turn the Packers' offensive line from a concern into a strength. The data speaks for itself. With Humphrey, the team could see a significant bump in their overall offensive production. His addition could lead to an increase of roughly 150 rushing yards per game, as he's known for his ability to open up running lanes, especially in power schemes that rely on interior push. Furthermore, Humphrey's impact isn't limited to just the running game. His presence on the line elevates the entire passing attack. With his high win rate, he can neutralize some of the interior pass rushers that have caused problems for Green Bay in the past, especially against teams with strong defensive lines. His ability to call out protections and communicate effectively with the guards and tackles will reduce confusion and prevent costly sacks. This is critical for Jordan Love as he continues to develop, giving him more confidence to go through his progressions and make decisive throws. In terms of statistics, Humphrey's career shows a remarkable level of consistency. Over his 3 Pro Bowl seasons, he's been a reliable anchor on the Chiefs' offensive line, with only 2 sacks allowed in 83 games. His pressure rate is low, just 15 pressures in total, and his EPA per snap of +0.15 demonstrates how valuable he is in creating positive plays. His high win rate of 75% underscores his dominance in the trenches. This kind of stability is rare and highly sought after in today's NFL, where interior offensive line play can make or break a team's success. The potential trade would likely involve the Packers sending a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a third-round pick in 2027 to Kansas City. This kind of package makes sense for both sides. For Green Bay, acquiring Humphrey could be the final piece to their offensive puzzle, especially as they look to contend in the NFC and possibly make a deep playoff run. For Kansas City, it's about clearing cap space and acquiring draft capital to continue their rebuild, especially with the looming need to extend Mahomes and rebuild their offensive line. This move could have ripple effects across the league. The Packers, by adding a player of Humphrey's caliber, instantly become more formidable. Their odds of winning the NFC and reaching the Super Bowl could improve significantly. Odds that are currently at +900 for the Super Bowl could drop to +500 if this trade goes through, reflecting a real belief in their championship potential. Conversely, the Chiefs' rebuild trajectory might slow down, and their odds of making a deep playoff run could become longer, especially if they're not able to find an immediate replacement with comparable talent. The NFL landscape is constantly shifting, and right now, the Packers seem poised to take a major step forward. This trade could be the catalyst that propels them into serious Super Bowl contention once again, echoing the great trades of the past where teams like the 49ers acquired Williams and turned their fortunes around. Green Bay fans should be excited about the possibilities. If they can land Humphrey, it's not just about plugging a hole in their line. It's about reasserting their dominance in the NFC and making a bold statement that they're here to compete for championships for years to come. The big question now is whether the Chiefs are willing to part with Humphrey, given his value and the current cap constraints. Reports suggest they're cautious, but if the right offer comes along, especially one that includes future assets, they might consider it. The Packers are known for being strategic with their cap and draft picks, so if this deal happens, it's likely because both sides see the benefit and the long-term vision. It's a move that could define the next era of Green Bay football, with Humphrey anchoring their line and leading the charge. Looking ahead, the impact of this potential trade extends beyond just the 2023 season. If Humphrey joins the Packers, it could solidify their offensive line for the next several seasons. His leadership and stability could serve as a foundation for Jordan Love's development and for the team's overall success. Green Bay has a storied history of building through the draft and smart trades, and this move would continue that tradition, aiming to return to the Super Bowl stage and bring another Lombardi trophy home. So, Packers fans, this is the kind of move that gets the adrenaline pumping. It's about more than just a player, it's about a vision for greatness. The possibility of Humphrey donning the green and gold and leading the offensive line to new heights is genuinely exciting. It's a bold step, but if it pays off, it could be remembered as one of the franchise's most important acquisitions in recent history. The NFC North is getting more competitive, and the Packers are making sure they're not left behind. Whether this trade happens or not, one thing is clear. Green Bay is gearing up for a serious push, and the addition of Creed Humphrey could be the spark that ignites their championship run. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think acquiring Creed Humphrey would put the Packers over the top? Do you believe it's worth giving up a first and a third-round pick for such a proven talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This is an exciting time for the franchise, and with moves like this, the future looks incredibly bright. Let's keep the faith, and as always, Go Pack Go.